You're watching Rhema Gospel TV, where every word is inspired.
I'm a single mother raising my 3 kids all by myself and with the love and the help of God, and always wanted better for my children. And the better for a single mother is always the church, to keep your children protected, knowing the right way is with God. And then my one daughter come to us. I see she doesn't want to be with us anymore, and it started troubling me. She said to me, "Why don't you come and join me? By this church is nice, you will love it." And I said, "Okay." And she said to her brother Cameron, she says she is doing the sound in the church, and he is on the instruments. So they have something in common, which I always say they're going to be great as they're going to grow older. But when we went over, and I was, oh, Pastor, this is very hard for me. I went over there just because of my children. I saw that my children were not like we used to be. We scattered. They don't listen. I respect what they want to do, but we always have been a part of each other. We never did things on our own. We always did things together, and I see that is going away. And that's the reason why I joined them, just to be with my children. And when I came there, I asked God, is this the right place that I must be? And I felt a chain over my feet. And I didn't understand what was that. But I went on. And my child was talking to me. He said, "No, Mommy, you must just give it some time. You're going to love this. There's a bakery and there's cookies. You can help." And I'm coming from a bakery, having the experience. So I said, yes, that will be. Then we still see each other. And then I was asked to sell some cookies on weekends. I had a job, but on weekends I can help in church, that we can show that we love God more than ourselves and our desires. And we will see the more we're going to do for God's work, God's kingdom, the better our life will be. In the meantime, the less I've seen my children, and we were all scattered. We were all so crazy in the cookies. And we coming, selling early morning till late night. We hardly see each other. And when we get the evenings at night together, we're so all tired and we just go sleep. And so it went on and it went on, but things never changed. I saw one day, I don't know which place it was, I think it was Gansby. I saw one of the young sisters, and it's like something tell me to look up, and I see a robot a robot. I said, "Lord, what is that?" It's like she's walking and she don't even know she's walking like a robot. She's up on the bridge. I'm walking down here the street. Look, I said, "Lord, what is this?" I was crying. I said, "Just give me strength. I don't understand this." But as I was going on, and the church, we have the church on Sundays, and after a while I was getting really tired. I don't know what to do, but every time the man just preaching, we will prosper if we continue the will of God, and we all want to prosper. But because I was sincere and I was excited for the new things that God is gonna come through for me, I was excited. I was coming more for the cookies, and I do more. I give my 100% every day, every time. Sometimes I make a little, sometimes I make not. Sometimes I make more than the young people. Yeah, but that's God in it, because I was very sincere in what I was doing. until I find out I cannot go. I cannot pay my bills. I'm getting letters and stuff. I must have an incoming. And then I went to speak to the man. The man said to me, okay, he can give me something. Just you can do that because the church gives food and stuff. You know how it goes, Pastor. And then I said, it was never on time. Sometimes I get, sometimes I don't. And I thought to myself, no, I'm not work. And then I went to go work at the hospital doing cleaning. And then I heard funny voices and stuff. Ooh, it was horrible, it was terrible. But I was still going to church. And then I went out for prayer one Sunday. I asked God, please tell me, Lord, is this the right place? I want to be close to you. I want to know you. Speak to me. I was lying there in front of the altar and I was crying to God, really, really serious. And He said to me, get up, take your bag and go. I said, what about my children? I don't want to live without my children. I want to be where they are. Go, my children. I cannot go without my children. I want to be where they are. But at the end of the day, after all these things, Pastor, that I was experienced, I know something was not right. And I left. And I was grateful for them. Cameron came. My one daughter still there. She had a good job, Pastor. She was working at blood transfusion for many years since she left high school, matric. She finished her matric. She started there. She's now more than 15 years in the company. She left the job just like that because the man said so. And he asked me so many times when he was here, I must think about selling my house. Just last year, when she went to America and she came back, I experienced another thing. And then when I went to go visit her, she said to me, she wasn't very excited to see me. And she said to me, Apostle said, you must thinking of selling your house and selling it to me. I said, you then don't work. You don't have an income. Apostle said, I must sell my house. I said, where must I go? No, you can stay there. I said, what about Cameron? She didn't answer me. And then, Pastor, on another occasion while I was doing the kidneys, my one sister, she got very ill. And then she was always the one I can go to for anything. And if she can, she helps me through with my children. She said to I was also helping her. So now and then when I was needing money and stuff and food, and I ask her, I don't want everything for charities. Can I come iron for you? Can I do something? I charge for, and then I can have something for my children to eat. And then she was start getting very ill, and she was asking, she had a kidney problem, and she asked me, what blood group and blah blah blah. But then we went on with the procedure. I said, yes, I want to do it for you because you're very dear to me. And she said, okay, you sure? And I said, yes, I'm sure. But then I said, in the meanwhile, I thought to myself, I will speak to Apostle and to hear what he say about it. He said, how could you? How could you be so crazy? How do you want to play God? Do you think God will be pleased? You keep cutting yourself? Let Him decide what is best. And your pastor, I was so broken just because he said, I want to play God. I know I'm not God, but God also see where you see the need and you can help do it. Because whatever we do for each other, it's for the glory. And I won't die if I would have done it. But we went through all the tests and I was 100% good until I come to the last one and my one kidney was also not so so good. But I also experienced in that time when we did the tests something very demonic. But he said, no, I mustn't. And he makes sure I understand, no, I mustn't. Because who do I think I am? I'm not God. But I went forth in any case because I know who was God. I didn't know who was he. I started doubting. And then I left the church after that. Yeah, Pastor, that's all I have to say. I'm still struggling. It's not easy. I feel very isolated in my own house with my children. But God, I am working now after I've also quitted and thinking nothing is gonna work for me. But God is coming through for me. That's all, Pastor.
Yeah, Mom, your story breaks my heart. I have a mother, and my spirit is just so. I want to say this. I know there are some of you watching. I'm going to beg some of you. Those of you that know me know I don't raise offering. I've only asked for offering. I've been in ministry 38 years. I've only asked for donation twice in 38 years. And one of it was just a few weeks ago when I was buying the TV channel, Rhema Gospel TV. That's the only other time I've ever asked the church to raise offering for me. Only other time. And in that case, I didn't even ask the church. I just asked 8 people. I messaged some particular people and I asked for it. And here's why I'm saying it. I'm laying down my credibility. That's why I want to ask for this. I'm going to approach some of you personally, those of you that are watching. We need to help these people. I know you will say there's many people going through that, but you're sowing into a pioneer thing that God is doing. You're sowing into an event that will become prophetic and happen and ripple all around South Africa. You're sowing into people, nations. We have people in Nigeria who are going through this. We have people in Cameroon, in Ghana, in Kenya. I'm going to be in Kenya by God's grace before the end of this year. We have people in Tanzania, in Zimbabwe, in South Africa, in Zambia, in Malawi. I have stories. I'm tired of lining up these stories. And I think let's help these people. I'm going to approach some of you. I don't want to call names right now, but I sent some of you emails. I sent some of you messengers. I said, hey, please don't miss this. And the reason is this, that we are doing so well here. If 50 of us give $20 each, we'll raise 1,000. We'll give each family money. That pastor that hasn't taken a salary in months, we'll tell him to go and relax. I haven't had a vacation in months myself. In years, I have not had a vacation. But I'm willing to donate money for that man to travel and go and rest. This woman that has been a single mother for years, her family devastated by what another church did to her. The demonic activities that were going on, playing on the mind of her, and her daughter that is still back in that church, locked up. When we give to them, we are sowing into their future. We are sowing and saying, God, enough is enough in our continent. That country, someone sent me a picture of the street I lived in, I walked in, the street I moved out of and came to Canada. I remember I once drove a car down that road. I was doing 120 kilometers an hour. Today, there is no road on that street. And you wonder, what is the problem? Why don't we see development? Why don't we see light? Why don't we see roads? It starts here. It starts here. It's because the true gospel is not being preached. It's not making an effect in the community.
Yes.
A woman that has a son and children cannot have hope that her children will come out and be something. That's what we are speaking up against. That's what we need to end. We're going to find out. We're going to find a way of getting us anything we can do to help these people. Anything we can do. I know some of us don't have it. I know how life is here. But whatever you sow, you're sowing into a better Africa tomorrow. Because these people, I am very sure, they are a pioneer. They are forerunners of a revival that God is about to do. Enough of prophets prophesying to us, oh, Africa, this is what's going to happen. No, let's start it ourselves. Let's tell ourselves, our families that are left back there. I don't have any connection with these people. I didn't know any of these people until, what day did you guys have their interview with Solomon? What day? That's my first time. I don't have any relation with South African people. Some people will ask me, why are you doing it with South Africa, not Nigeria? When you're a prophet, you know where God is operating. And if you are a true spiritual man, you not look for it to be from your side. It can be anywhere. This seed can be sowed in South Africa and it reaches Nigeria. You know that South Africa was the only developed country in Africa for many years. Was the only nuclear power in Africa for many years. There's a reason why God is doing what he's doing now. And we cannot stand by. This is the call for our generation. This is the call for our time. That people can live here and go and make a 60-plus-year-old woman a slave in Africa in 2020. We can't stand by and watch that happen. And not just the woman, make her and her whole family. Even advise her to sell her house. If you don't see evil in that, I don't know how else to get your attention. I don't know how to get your attention. And these people, their lives are being threatened. He's taking them to court. I know people who are in court because they have money. They just sue you to court. Stop talking about me. Stop saying anything. Try. I don't care. We have to help them. We really have to help them. Whatever you can give, please don't give me. Tell me you want to give. I'll tell you how to get it across to them. We'll find one pot and put it and make sure these families get it. I saw pictures of a house where one of them lived and I cried. I cried. I cried. If you know the part of South where these people come from, it's backward. We need help that we can give them. And I'll be calling on some of us. Nobody's forcing you. Whatever you can give, whatever you can sow. And I will start, I'll give. I will give to this. I'll sow into this. Because this is how we tell God enough. Enough. Don't make this about, don't speak against the man of God or the prophet or no, judging. No. Let's make this about other daughters and sons of Abraham, of God, who are going through pain, who have lost years that they can never recover. Let's realize that God is saying this is a seed that will set our countries free, that will set Nigeria free, that will set Kenya free, that will set all our countries free. Ask me for how to get in touch with them. I'll give it to you. Send them what you can give them. Send them your widow's mite, because that's you saying, God, if this is how our continent will be free, I'm a part of it. I am a part of it. I know a pastor in Canada, a woman, a pastor in either Zambia or Zimbabwe promised to marry her. They were engaged. And when it was time to get married, he discovered he was seeing somebody else, had children with that person. I don't want to go into atrocities going on. No, trust me, that's not where I want to go today. But when I saw her case and I saw this, I said, yes, you know why it's happening? You know why it's rife in our country, especially in our country, in the southern hemisphere of Africa, is in so much trouble of this falsehood and false doctrines and church ruining people's lives. It's too much. I told you guys about the pastor that ordered his members to go outside and ask like goats. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. He speaks in tongues. He preaches about salvation. But we are yet still struggling. Oh, he's a false prophet. He's not a false prophet. You don't speak about it. Don't speak about it. And you're okay. You are in Canada. You're okay. Your mother goes to a church where they tell her to go and eat grass, and you're okay. You're okay with a pastor saying that I can spend the whole day telling you the kind of atrocities I'm hearing and seeing. That's not what I want to do today. I want to stay on this seed. I'm really sorry, Mom, for what you went through. Sorry for you. I don't know who you are, but you stir humanity in me. And I can't imagine what you have gone through watching your children and even your daughter up till now in that, locked up in that. I pray liberty for you. And I want to talk with you all when we start doing the counseling. I'll bring pastors, we'll do it. We're not charging you guys any money. And pray so that you become free. And then we'll train you guys on how to set people free. Because you need to go back and set your people free. You need to have the anointing of Moses to go set your people free. And not just that, we are going to see what we to help you people. We're going to see how we can raise money and give each and every one of you, even if we give each and every one of you 10,000 rand. I don't know how much that is in your listening. If we give each of you that, whatever we can do, if it takes us a month, I'll walk towards that. We'll raise it and tell you that the labor of your love that you served in the house of God wasn't for nothing. And we'll sow that seed and say, God, enough is enough. Hear the cry of our land.